Hello, everyone, and good evening to you all. My name is Felton Parker. Today is Saturday, September 7th, 2024. As always, each day is a wonderful day to be blessed by our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I sincerely hope you folks have a truly blessed and wonderful Saturday, and I hope you folks are enjoying your weekend so far. What I have for you guys in tonight's video is the list of the National Day Calendar holidays from my National Day Calendar segment. That includes my featured National Day holiday. Also tonight in my weather segment, I will let you all know exactly what we're expecting for tomorrow, which is Sunday, as we close out the weekend, plus the entire upcoming week, as well as a preview of next weekend. So let's get right into this, since I have very limited time with you guys here tonight. Of course, my featured National Day Calendar holiday from today is that today was National Beer Lovers Day. On this day, National Beer Lovers Day celebrates the grains, hops, and brewing methods across many eras. Beer and the process of brewing beer may predate known history. As varied as the methods, grains, and flavors, beer continues to change and evolve. Virginia colonists brewed beer. William Penn included a place for brewing beer with the Pennsylvania colony. It can still be viewed at Pennsbury Manor today. The first president of the United States recorded a recipe for brewing beer in his notes. Samuel Adams holds a place in both beer and tea history in this country. There were a few beer lovers and patrons among the nation's founders. The United States also derives its rich brewing history from beer-loving German immigrants during the mid-1800s. Some of those family names are as familiar today as they were 100 years ago. While some names have faded into the past, smaller batch brewers continue to experiment with old and new recipes. The crafting of beer carries deep traditions, often requiring years of training and experience in the trade. Depending on the brewery, the path to brewmaster may take years to develop the skill and expertise. Eventually, a brewmaster gains the knowledge necessary to produce a quality beer every time. One particular requirement is a passion for the craft. The brewer will master lagers, ales, malts, and stouts. They may even specialize. However, the ability to ferment the perfect beer under each condition and bring out the flavor of the grain and yeast will be key. Managing temperature and timing for an IPA on studying grains all go into their education. Each process varies, and the brewmaster knows this. So, the different styles of beer are there anyway. It only matters that it is a beer that you hold. The world's most consumed alcoholic drink, however, happens to be beer. And the alcoholic beverage most commonly made with malt barley, well, that would be beer. Yes, the alcoholic beverages legally sold during the Prohibition era was beer, although it was produced with less than 0.5% alcohol. Of course, so if you must drink, please drink responsibly. Especially if you've been out tailgating, rooting for your teams now that football season's back in full swing. And also, today was National Tailgating Day. On the first Saturday in September, National Tailgating Day reminds us of what the autumn colors and scents already do. Those colors signal grilling time in the season of cheering on our favorite teams. Tailgating is the custom of gathering outside the stadium before the game with fans of the same team for food, beverages, and socializing. Gatherings often take place at the tailgate of a pickup truck or the trunk of a car. However, neither is required. Tailgating also includes a few traditions. The staples of a tailgate party often include grilling and beer. However, chili competitions and recipe challenges encourage friendly competition before the game. Come hungry. While the original tailgate is unknown, many teams take pride in claiming this title, as they should. Some writers even suggest the many observers in attendance at the Battle of Bull Run in 1861 as the first tailgaters. The spectators arrived with their picnic baskets and bottles of claret prepared to watch opposing teams. So perhaps this can be considered tailgating. Today, tailgating centers around the sport of football. While football has its roots in rugby, most fans generally accepted that Rutgers and Princeton universities played their first football game in U.S. history on November 6, 1869. On that day, fans arrived early to enjoy each On that day, fans arrived early to enjoy each other's company, some food, and cheer for their scarlet and crimson teams. Much like building a community, tailgating harkens back to times gone by. Much like building a community, tailgating harkens back to times gone by. Pioneering villages once came together to raise the framework of a building. After a long day's work, a large meal and perhaps a sporting competition of sorts follow. Communities look forward to these harvest traditions year after year. Those who tailgate come back every year, weekend after weekend. Couples meet, families grow. Bonds are forged all through the community of tailgating. So, of course, this day was known about tailgating. Of course, we've had Nicholls State playing LSU tonight. And of course, we have some very exciting NFL games that are set for tomorrow. Also today, from my National Day calendar list, today was National Hummingbird Day, National New Hampshire Day, National Grateful Patient Day, and also today was National Salami Day. Today was National Alcorn Squash Day, National Grandma Moses Day, National Neither Snow Nor Rain, and also today was National Neither Snow Nor Rain Day. So that's my National Day calendar segment here on this first Saturday in September. And now, so so how many of you actually enjoyed the beautiful, nice, and pleasant weather earlier today? If you did, I think you're gonna like what I have in the forecast for tomorrow. But I am eventually going to keep you posted with a potential tropical disturbance that could be headed our way, especially towards the middle of the upcoming week. Expect quiet conditions to continue with cooler and drier conditions tonight in the wake of the recent cool front. Overnight lows will range from the mid-50s in our northern zones to lower 60s south of the Interstate 20 corridor. And of course, once again, we're not under any watches and warnings here on this Saturday night. All is quiet across basically the entire 4-state region here on this Saturday night. So we're not seeing a drop of rain of any form or fashion. Of course, here on the regional radar, they're seeing a couple of spotty showers along the Gulf Coast and also along portions of the Gulf Coast, off the coast of Louisiana into portions of Alabama and Florida. Thanks to that lingering low pressure system, that's what brought us to monitor the heavy rain. That's what brought us to monitor the spotty heavy rains. Just a couple days ago, sometime back earlier this week. Of course, we've seen a few clouds from time. We've seen a few clouds from time to time, but if for those of you who prefer lower humidity, we've seen temperatures with lower. We maxed out at 87 degrees earlier today in Shreveport. That's like 5 degrees below what our normal high temperature should be this time of year. Temperature outside here on this Saturday night is 73 degrees with clear skies. Winds are from the northeast at 9 miles per hour. Humidity is 50%. Dew point is 54 degrees. So when we see dew points in the 50s, that lets us know that air mass is unusually dry. So we have dry air mass. So that's shit. We have. So it is rather comfortable and pleasant outside with drier and low humidity. Hope you folks have had a chance to enjoy today. So if you haven't enjoyed today, I think you're gonna like tomorrow. But eventually, decent chances of rain will return, and I'll let you guys know exactly when we're expecting those rain chances to return to the forecast picture. Rain will increase across the 4-state region beginning as early as Tuesday and especially Wednesday into Thursday of next week. There could be a developing flood threat by mid to late week across mainly portions of deep East Texas and northern and northeastern Louisiana as a tropical system could develop across the northwest Gulf of Mexico and move northward into Louisiana. At this time, flooding appears to be the main threat if this system develops, but the forecast will continue to be monitored through the next 7 days. So let us keep our fingers crossed that this is a repeat of Beryl, what we had experienced earlier this summer. Dangerous heat continues across the southwest U.S. Fire weather conditions across the Great Basin. Dangerous heat will continue across the southwest U.S. and Southern California until early next week. Excessive heat warnings and heat advisories remain in effect. Gusting winds and dry conditions may lead to elevated to near critical fire weather conditions across the Great Basin and Northern Sierra. Air quality alerts remain in effect until Monday for large parts of Oregon, Idaho, and Wyoming. And as of right now, we still don't have a newly named storm. But if this system were to develop as a tropical wave in the Gulf, it could likely receive the name Ernesto. And also, it could likely receive, if this were to become two separate storms, it would receive the names Francine. I didn't mean Ernesto. It would likely receive the name Francine and Gordon. So we have to. So I'm gonna be monitoring. I'm gonna be monitoring the tropics with you guys very closely. So tonight, we're expecting clear skies as we bottom out at 62 degrees with an east-northeast wind at 8 miles per hour. So that means that 62 degrees for low temperature, that is going to be about 8 degrees below what our normal low temperature should be this time of year. So it's going to be a rather pleasant, pleasant evening for us tonight. 62 degrees, that would be the lowest temperature we've seen here in Shreveport since back on May 15th. We bottomed out at 61 degrees that morning. Tomorrow, we're going to close the weekend out with lots of sunshine, a beautiful and nice day to be outside. So great idea to soak up the sun as we top it at 85 degrees for a high temperature heading into your Sunday. And here's what the next 7 and 10 days have in store for us. After tonight's low temperature, 62 degrees, tomorrow with lots of sunshine, great day for outdoor activities, great day to be outside for whatever. So great day to spend time at a friend's house rooting for your favorite team since we'll be having with the high. So tomorrow with lots of sunshine. So tomorrow should be nice and sunny. Great day to be outside with the high of 85, low of 56. Winds will be from the east-northeast at 10 miles per hour. No rains expected. Monday, as we go into the upcoming week, we're expecting plenty of sunshine, high of 90, low of 64. Winds will be from the east-northeast at 8 miles per hour, and we're not expecting any rain. Tuesday, we start to see clouds increase at mostly cloudy skies. The slight chance of a shower, thunderstorm, or two possible. High of 91, low of 72. Winds will be from the east-southeast at 8 miles per hour. Chance of rain 20%. Wednesday is when things start to get really busy, especially with that potential tropical disturbance that could be affecting our area. So it will be windy with bands of rain from whatever tropical storm tends to develop. High of 82, low of 72. Winds will be from the east-southeast at 22 miles per hour. Chance of rain 90%. Gusts could be as high as 44 miles per hour. So winds we're going to have to be watching very closely. And how much rain we could see developing Thursday. Expect periods of rain in the morning. Otherwise, it will be mainly cloudy and humid. High of 77, low of 68. Winds will be from the east at 10 miles per hour. Chance of rain 10%. Friday, it will be warmer, but still on the mild side with below normal temperatures. With the high of 85, low of 69. Winds will be from the south-southeast at 7 miles per hour. Chance of rain 10%. Or I should increase it to 20%, at least 10% for Friday. So Friday we'll have mostly cloudy skies with highs in the mid-80s. And by the time we get to next weekend, start of next weekend, we'll have mostly sunny skies with the high of 91, low of 72. Winds will be from the southeast at 6 miles per hour. We're not expecting any rain. Looks like as of right now, the next weekend and looks like the end of next weekend to the start of the following week tends to be looking dry and rather warm. We'll have highs and low 90s for next Sunday, which is the 15th, with no rain expected. Monday the 16th, highs and low 90s. We're not expecting any rain. Tuesday the 17th, highs will be upper 80s with partly to mostly sunny skies each day, and we're not expecting any rain. So looks like that. Looks like So the good part about this forecast, we're not expecting extremely warm temperatures. Temperatures should not be anywhere from the extremes. Looks like the coolest night the next 7 to 10 days will likely to take place Sunday night with low temperature of 50. So tomorrow night's low temperature of 56 degrees. That would be the coolest we've seen here in Shreveport since April 23rd. And so we'll keep our highs in the mid 80s for tomorrow, which is Sunday, and then we start on the warming after an unusually cool start today for Monday. We commence a warming trend for both highs in the low 90s for both Monday and Tuesday. That tropical disturbance was going to lower daytime highs for Wednesday, highs in the low 80s. Then we'll be in the midst of the late upper 70s for Thursday. Then we'll close out the week on the warming trend, highs in the reaching mid 80s by Friday, and then we should be back in the low 90s by Saturday. 90 rain chances, no rain expected both neither tomorrow or Monday. 20% chance Tuesday, 9% chance Wednesday, 60% chance for Thursday, 10% for Friday, and then we're back to dry conditions heading into the start of next weekend. Looks like that we'll mainly focus on the dry and warm pattern heading towards the middle of September. So here are some of your week 2, so a recap of your college football week 2. So Syracuse defeats Georgia Tech 31-28. Number 3 ranked Texas defeats number 10 Michigan, final score 31-12. Kansas State defeats Tulane, final score 34-27. Iowa State defeats 21 ranked Iowa 20-19, 1 point. And also, Ole Miss defeats Middle Tennessee State, final score 52-6. Missouri defeats Buffalo 38-0 completely. 4th ranked Alabama defeats South Florida 42-16. Ohio State completely shuts out West Michigan 56-0. 15th ranked Oklahoma defeats Houston 16-12. 16th ranked Oklahoma State defeats Arkansas 39-31. 8th ranked Penn State defeats Bowling Green 34-27. Top ranked team in the country, Georgia defeats Tennessee Tech 48-3. 11th ranked Utah defeats Baylor 23-12. 14th ranked Notre Dame defeats Northern Illinois defeats 5th ranked Notre Dame 16-14. University of Miami defeats Florida A&M, final score 56-9. 19th ranked Kansas 17. Illinois 23. 19th ranked Kansas 17. 14th ranked Tennessee defeats North Carolina State 51-10. Here we go. 18th ranked LSU defeats Nicholls 44-21, giving LSU Tigers their first win of the season. Go Tigers, as LSU defeats Nicholls 44-21. 25th ranked Clemson defeats Appalachian State 66-20. So those are your NFL college football week 2 scores for this Saturday, September 7th. Now, here's a preview of your NFL Week 1 for tomorrow. Here's a preview of your NFL Week 1 for tomorrow, Sunday, September 8th. So, the following games will take place tomorrow at noon. The Pittsburgh Steelers and Atlanta Falcons on Fox. Arizona Cardinals and Buffalo Bills. Tennessee Titans and Chicago Bears, New England Patriots and Cincinnati Bengals, Houston Texans and Indianapolis Colts, Jacksonville Jaguars and Miami Dolphins, Carolina Panthers and New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints will have their season open at home as they host the Carolina Panthers, Minnesota Vikings and New York Giants, Las Vegas Raiders tomorrow afternoon at 3:05 p.m., Las Vegas Raiders and Los Angeles Chargers, also Denver Broncos and Seattle Seahawks tomorrow afternoon at 3:25 p.m., Dallas Cowboys and Cleveland Browns, Washington Commanders and Tampa Bay Buccaneers tomorrow night 7:20 p.m. on NBC, Los Angeles Rams and Detroit Lions, and Monday night at 7:15 p.m. on ABC, New York Jets and San Francisco 49ers. So those are your NFL week, your following list of games set for Week 1. That will be played for tomorrow, Sunday, September 8th. Is your NFL Week 1. Once again, Saints will be at home to host the Carolina Panthers tomorrow at noon. And the Dallas Cowboys will be on the road to have their season opener on the road as they face the Cleveland Browns. And that will conclude my video for you guys here on this Saturday night. And that will conclude my video with you guys here on this Saturday night. And hope you get a chance to go outside and enjoy the nice, beautiful weather, especially if you're heading to church services tomorrow morning. Now, in Monday night, I will keep you guys updated with the latest on the potential tropical system that could be headed our way, especially towards the middle of the week. Once again, my name is Felton Parker. I'm officially signing off here. You guys have a good night. Sleep peacefully. Take care of yourselves and each other. Most of all, remain blessed and stay safe. Thank you.